Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's time for FNBO American Legion Baseball with the North Platte Post and FM 98.1.
Get set, and
oh my God, there goes Blaze Seiler! He did it! He successfully stole home!
Today's game is brought to you in part by Sandhills State Bank, Premier Toyota, Dave's Place Pizza and Wings, CT Computer Services, The Shelter Insurance Boys, Pete Voles, Brett Rogo, and Matthew Musselman.
That one smashed into left field. It's going all the way. Make that 2 home runs today for Jack Polk.
FNBO Baseball also brought to you in part by Great Plains Sports and Therapy, Larry's Glass, Bill Summers Ford, the DNN Event Center, Larry's RV, Double Dip Ice Creamery, Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group, Great Plains Home Care Equipment, Runza, Bureau Clean, CIO Wealth Strategies, and the North Platte Public Schools.
Sides turned on by Blaze Seiler. It's going all the way. It's out of here. The Nationals have done it. Blaze Seiler has hit a home run to walk it off.
Let's play ball. FNBO Baseball from FM 98.1 and AM 1410 while live streaming at NorthPlattePost.com. Here's the voice of the Nationals, Paxton Gordon.
hey everybody, welcome in here to the JC Sports Complex at FNBO Nationals taking on the McCook MNB American Legion senior team here in some baseball action. Nationals coming into today looking to start this pretty crucial week off with a bang, taking on McCook, currently 19-16 on the season compared to the FNBO Nationals, who currently sit 22-16. 22-16 on this season. Unfortunately, if you were looking for some games last week, that unfortunately didn't happen, as the weather gods came upon us and told us, nope, not today, as the Nationals unfortunately didn't get a game in last week, their last home game of the season against Broken Bow. That was unfortunately rained out, so the Nationals now will finish the rest of their season on the road this year. Of course, you got McCook today, Lexington tomorrow, and then we'll be in Kearney on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Of course, as you all know, not this weekend, but the next weekend, districts do begin in Scotts Bluff, so Nationals are inching ever so much closer to district time. Currently on I would say an 8-game winning streak in my mind. It's what that feels like, but winners of 8 of their last 9 games and are coming in here today looking to continue that strong momentum against a McCook team that, has improved very mightily this season compared to, I would say, what we're normally accustomed to McCook, but what we've been seeing the last couple of seasons from this McCook squad, as they currently sit almost exactly the same record, 19-16 on the season. Quick Stop pregame show, 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop always open right around the corner. Again, this Nationals team looks to come into today with a victory, as at the moment they are currently going to, I would say predicted to win, but have a strong forward push in towards a victory, as they're taking on a McCook squad here today that at the moment is short some players. A lot of guys are out at the moment for the McCook team. I think they're on a trip, a vacation Bible school trip if I remember hearing correctly, and they'll be a little short-staffed, and for the reason why I think the Nationals will win today, they're going to have their ace on the mound today. Jack Polk once again will be taken off here for this Nationals squad, as he so far has just been lights out this season. A sub-2 ERA through this entire year so far. I mean, it's unbelievable the things Jack Polk has done against some of the best teams we've seen, not only here in the state of Nebraska, but just really all over the United States. He's put up some good performances against Cheyenne as well as some other squads, and will look to do so here against a short-staffed and short-handed McCook squad. It'll be interesting to see how the Nationals are going to take advantage of that. More specifically, what is Jack Polk going to be able to do against a team here today like McCook? We're going to step aside. We're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we are going to have some more fun. Our starting lineups right here at FM 98.1 AM 1410. And as always, video live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com.
Bill Summers knows summer storms and hail can wreak havoc on your vehicle. Experience damage? Don't wait. Bill Summers is ready to assist you with all your questions about gap insurance, what to do next, and can guide you through the process if your car is totaled. You don't always have to wait for your insurance check to get back on the road. Bill Summers offers immediate purchase options so you can drive away today and enjoy the ride. Weather the storm with confidence. Call or visit Bill Summers in North Platte today or go online 24/7 at billsummers.com.
Exciting news! North Platte and surrounding communities, Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment has a new address. Find them at 220 West Leota Street, Suite 1, right beside Great Plains Urgent Care. Their professional staff is fully qualified to help you meet your needs. From wheelchairs to mobility scooters, lift chairs, and more, they have everything to make your home safe and comfortable. They've got you covered. Call Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment today at 308-568-8510. Let them help you regain your independence.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information for all sports seasons. For over 30 years in our community, for your next event, the DNN Event Center.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
With your 24-hour convenience store. Fast, friendly, no one gives you more. Gas, food, your favorite drink. Get everything you need in a blink. That's why everybody stops at Quick Stop.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Welcome back here to 1JC Sports Complex. Nationals taking on McCook M&B Seniors American Legion baseball team. It is time. It is time for our Double Dips Ice Creamery starting lineup. Double Dips Ice Creamery in the Store Canteen District in North Platte offers 24 plus different flavors of hand-dipped ice cream served in a variety of ways. Double Dips also offers homemade waffle cones and bowls alongside homemade fudge and freshly baked desserts. Plus, they have also available the ice cream trailer for all our outdoor events. It's time for the National Anthem, so I'm actually going to step aside real quick, and we'll give you the start of our National Anthem right here.
Thank you.
Alrighty, everybody, are we ready to rock and roll? Let's rock and roll. Nationals taking on McCook here in some game day action. Of course, our Double Dips Ice Creamery starting lineup. Let's begin on the home team here today. McCook, currently 19-16 on the season. Tristan Campbell starting leadoff position at second base with Bryson Gillen. He's catching on over in the 2-hole. Gabe Roberts in left field, 3-hole hitter Miles Pullman in center field. Trey Tiller at third base with Quentin Terry at first. Noah Mashik at right field with Espen Hall, who'll be on the mound today for McCook, with Brody Graham at shortstop, batting in the last place in the 9-hole. On the side of the FNBO Nationals, 22-16 on the year, Caden Johnson leads off once again for the squad with Jack Polk, the pitcher, in the 2-hole. Landon Greeno at first base, batting in the 3-hole with Easton Jones at third base in the 4-hole. Dean McIntyre is catching with Logan Hayes at shortstop. Ty Handelborg at second base, Blaze Zeiler in right field, and Tyler Townsend, the reserve batter, will be here at left field. He's also batting DH today for this national squad. Hope you're all ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to rock and roll for some summer baseball action right here at FM 98.1, AM 1410, a video live stream at NorthPlattePost.com. Caden Johnson once again leading off for this national squad. He'll be going up against the pitcher here today, Espen Hall, as we are going to get things underway. Of course, our half-inning breaks will always be brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As we get things underway between these two teams, as I said, districts coming up mighty fast here today. From what the calculations I've done so far, I believe it's Hastings loses today, which they are predicted to do so, the Nationals, depending on how seedings go, can either face Grand Island USAVE, which is Grand Island's B team, or Lexington. Of course, that really all depends on the game tonight against Hastings. Of course, the Nationals would probably prefer to play Lexington, as that's, you would quantify when it comes to record standpoints, the easier squad. But, of course, we'll have to find out. As up to bat first for FNBO comes Caden Johnson for the squad. He'll be batting leadoff, as he always has all season, being the first batter here against Espen Hall. Nationals really have started to find their way offensively these last couple of games, putting up well over 5 runs in those last couple. A short grounder on over to Tristan Campbell at second to throw to first. Will be in time for out number 1 as down goes Caden Johnson. First pitch swinging, and he grounds out to the second baseman Campbell. There's one out here in this top of the first inning. As now up comes to bat the pitcher today, Jack Polk. As Polk has had a fantastic season now with 1 out. Looks to find a way back into a runner on bases. He finds a pitch that's tight inside, almost hitting him for ball number 1 from Hall. 1-0 the count now, as the outfield scoreboard is not on. So 1-0 now to the pitcher Jack Polk as Hall fires his next one. That one's behind Jack Polk for ball number 2. It's 2-0 the count now to the pitcher. Due up next for the Nationals, first baseman Landon Greeno and Easton Jones. Hall now with his 2-0, skied and launched into left field. Back at it goes Robert, still going to the wall. It's out of here. Jack Polk, a no-doubter into left field on a 2-0 count. Not only can he pitch it, he can also swing it, as there's the first run of today's game for the Nationals, as it is a home run, a no-doubter for Jack Polk, and gives the Nationals a 1-0 lead early on in this ball game. What a move. The wind really not playing a factor in that one. All power from Jack Polk. 1-0 as this Nationals lead is Landon Greeno will take a ball off of the right shoulder, and now he'll make his way on over to first after the hit by pitch. So Landon Greeno now on first base for the Nationals with another scary hitter recently, Easton Jones, up to bat, as out going to go have a talk with his pitcher, Bryson Gillen, will have a talk with Espen Hall. Give him the ball back and try to calm things down. Runner at first base being Landon Greeno for the Nationals with Jones up to bat. Jack Polk hit a solo home run earlier this inning to give the Nationals a 1-0 lead. Hall's pitch tight inside and high, but outside ball 1. It's 1-0 the count now. 1-0 score. Greeno at first base. Hall will glance at Landon Greeno. Now get ready to pitch. First next pitch from Espen Hall in there for strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now to Jones. Greeno still on over at first as the left-handed pitcher Hall takes a long glance at him. And now we'll fire it off. There goes Landon Greeno. He got a really good jump. He'll slide into second. It gets into center field. Greeno thought about going, but couldn't see where the ball went. So that's a stolen base for Landon Greeno. 2-1 the count now to Jones as Greeno will steal the second, and Just like that, another runner is in scoring position for this national squad. The 1-0 lead early in this top of the first inning. Don't really see much steals from Landon Greeno, but he sure got a good jump. It would have been safe either which way the throw was even on target. The 2-1 now. That one can be fouled off by Easton Jones for strike number 2. It's 2-2 the count now to the third baseman. Still one down in this top of the first inning. And if you're just joining us, Jack Polk hit a solo home run on his first plate appearance to give the Nationals a 1-0 lead. Another glance at second from Hall. And here comes the 2-2. Way outside there. Ball 3. 3-2 the count now to Easton Jones. Full count now as Hall's looking for the second out of this inning and not get another runner on. The pitch turned on. That one skied up into the heavens. Getting up underneath it is center fielder Miles Pullman. He gets there and he'll glove it for out number 2. Some good contact once again from Easton Jones, but just pulled it a little too high, and with that, an easy out. There's 2 down now for Dean McIntyre. If you remember correctly, last year for Dean McIntyre, in the first game of the season against McCook, he hit a no-doubter over the trees in left field. Now with the runner on, would love to do the same here and continue his hot streak in McCook. He'll turn on one, and it's pulled into foul territory, and it will fall foul for strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now. 2 down, runner at second base being Landon Greeno. Following McIntyre, Logan Hayes, the shortstop, and then Ty Hanneborg, second baseman. 0-1 now to McIntyre from Espen Hall. He'll glance on over at second again and deliver. That pitch will pull Gillen off of the home plate bag, and there's now a 1-1 count to the catcher, McIntyre. 1-1. 2 down at the top of the first inning, a 1-0 lead for the Nationals. Here comes the pitch. Once again, way outside, ball 2, trying to go back to that fastball, and pulls the catcher from his position once more. It's 2-1 the count, with 2 down, top of the first inning. 1-0 lead for the Nationals. Hall, quick glance at second, lines it up. Oh, just foul tipped off barely there by Dean McIntyre for strike number 2. 2-2 the count now. One runner on being Landon Greeno. On over at second base in this top of the first inning. Nice, beautiful day today. No clouds in sight, no wind. That one slowly grounded on over to the third baseman, Tiller. He one-hop gloves it. Throw to first is in time. And that's how this inning will come to an end. But one run did come across for the Nationals. A solo home run from Jack Polk into left field gives them the lead 1-0. When we come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410. And as always, video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Ask me, Matthew Musselman, about Shelter Life Insurance coverage options.
With Sandhill State Bank's new upgraded cart management experience, you can now control your carts anytime, anywhere. The new features and added control allow you to prevent fraud like never before. Get increased transaction details, turn your cart on and off whenever you'd like, and report your card lost in an instant, all from our mobile app. More insights, more control, and more security for your banking experience. Bank local and go far with digital banking solutions that go wherever you go. Visit sandhillstate.com to learn more. Sandhill State Bank, member FDIC.
Drew is enjoying the new ice cream sandwich from Runza.
I like to call it a cookie hugwich.
Huh?
Because it's really just 2 fresh baked chocolate chip cookies giving some chocolate vanilla twist ice cream a hug.
Oh.
Like the ice cream got a little sad and the cookies were like, oh, come here, buddy.
Well, that is adorable. Try Runza's new ice cream sandwich today. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Welcome back here to the JC Sports Complex. Nationals currently leading 1-0 over McCook, and the American Legion senior team here today. Of course, Jack Polk hit that solo home run into left field in the top of the first inning. Now the Nationals come back right here. Here on the defensive side, looking to see if they can, of course, as we all know, continue on with their strong, super strong, but hopefully even more strong performance here against this McCook squad that they've had so much, what's the words I would like to use? They've had so much success against this McCook team over the last couple of seasons. They are hopefully looking to continue that here today, as now up to bat for the side of McCook is going to be Tristan Campbell, batting leadoff here for the side of McCook, as it's again a 1-0 lead for the National squad. That first pitch from Jack Polk in there, strike number 1. Again, Polk sub-2 ERA for the season. He is just absolutely killing it right now for this Nationals team, and looking to continue so against McCook as he'll fire his 0-1 count in. Another fastball, it's chopped and gloved by one Jack Polk. He rockets it to first, and there's out number 1. Jack Polk really good at, once again, he just keeps showing off the ways he can be athletic, jumping as high as he can to get a bouncer that was almost over his head. And with that, he will collect out number 1 for this National squad on the defensive side. Now up to bat, following that, the catcher Bryson Gillen will now come up to bat for McCook with 1 down in this bottom of the first inning, as he'll fire in another fastball, and it's going to be foul tipped off for strike number 1. Of course, the Nationals over the last couple of seasons have been pretty successful against McCook. I think they swept them last year. This year, though, it was a bit of a different story. McCook got the better of the Nationals early in this season at home. And the Nationals, well, that was away. Something you normally don't see, but also this McCook squad taking a big step forward, 19-16 this season, as Polk shakes off a couple of pitch counts, and now we'll look to fire one in here following the time from Gillen. Here comes his next pitch. That one low into the dirt there. Ball number 1. It's now 1-1 the count to Bryson Gillen. Polk, once again, not liking the signs from McIntyre to start. Here we'll fire in his 1-1. Fastball in there. Strike number 2. It's 1-2 the count now. Following Gillen, Gabe Roberts, and then Miles Pullman for McCook. So here comes the 1-2. Popped up, drifting towards right field foul territory, and almost getting there, Blaze Zeiler. Nice diving grab, but just a bit out of his reach, so with that, a foul ball will still stay at 1-2 the count. Nobody on, 1 down here, bottom of the first inning. Jack Polk once again on the mound for the Nationals here as he gets ready for postseason play coming up here in a week's time. Shake off a sign for McIntyre, finds the one he likes, and here comes his 1-2. That one, changeup, drifting into the left field, and getting there is Tyler Townsend. Beautiful diving glove from the sophomore. Tyler Townsend making a big grab. And with that, he gets out number 2 in left field. Beautiful job. That changeup was turned on. Good awareness from Gillen to notice he probably will go to an off speed, but just pulls it far enough into the reach of Townsend that he makes the glove. And now it's Gabe Roberts who's up to bat here for McCook with 2 down in this bottom of the first inning. That's Polk's first pitch. That one a little off speed, a little off the mark there. Ball number 1. Of course, we know Polk's pretty dangerous with that fastball. Super accurate, super fast, but of course, we'd love to see more of his off-speed action as he tries to get more pitches in his repertoire. I say that, slow grounder on over to Logan Hayes. He gloves it, collects, throws to first in time. There's out number 3. A 1-2-3, bottom of the first inning for the Nationals. And with that, we're going now to the top of the second. A 1-0 lead still in favor of the FNBO Nationals. We come back here to McCook, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming at NorthPlattePost.com.
Free PC and Mac checkups at CT Computer Services in North Platte? That's right. Let CT Computer Services diagnose your systems to ensure your hardware integrity, security, and overall PC Mac health are running as they should. For a free PC Mac checkup, stop in at 905 South Willow in North Platte or call 308-534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys since 2005.
Buying a car, it's not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. 23 years. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by your lot at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. Come see us. Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com.
Welcome back here to McCook. Nationals currently leading 1-0 over the McCook M&B Senior Legion team. That one run comes off of a solo home run by Jack Polk in his first at-bat to start today's game. And after that, it's been pretty smooth sailing for this Nationals squad. Again, 1-0 as we're now in the top of the second inning. Again, our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As well as our other sponsors here for today's game, Dave's Place Pizza Wings. To find out more, 1510 East 4th Street for all their daily specials, wings and more. Hey, it's Tuesday, so you know what that means. 10 for $10 wings, boneless or bone-in at Dave's Place. I wish I will be there, hopefully tonight, I wish. I'll probably be still here working, which I, won't say no to, but now up to bat, Logan Hayes for the National squad, getting a lot more action after his call-up. He's had a really spectacular season. At one point, hitting above 600, still hitting around that 400 range, as that pitch from Espen Hall is going to pull the catcher Gillen off for ball number 1. Want to know the count now. Bryson Gillen, or from Espen Hall to Logan Hayes, as Hall with his 1-0. Swing and a miss from Logan for strike number 2. It's 1-1 the count now. Hall looking to fly through these pitches so far. Winds up and delivers his 1-1. Another swing and a miss from Logan Hayes. A little bit late on the swing. It's now 1-2 the count now. Nobody out, nobody on. Top of the second inning. Hall looking for his first strikeout. We'll have that right here as Logan Hayes goes down swinging. And there's out number 1 in this top of the second inning. Ty Hanneborg now will take his step-ups and get to the plate. Proving on his batting average was around, I believe, the mid-100s. Throughout the start of this season, but worked its way back up to around 300 now. As Hanneborg trying to get himself into a rhythm before districts. He'll swing and drive one into center field for a base hit. There it is. I was talking about it. Saying that he was starting to get into a rhythm, one Ty Hanneborg. And would you look at that right there, he hits one into center field for a base hit. And the Nationals now have a runner on with 1 down here in this top of the second inning. Ty Hanneborg also a steal threat, though it'll be interesting to see how aggressive they will be. Espen Hall, again, a left-handed pitcher staring directly at Ty Hanneborg. Blaze Zeiler is now up to bat. 21 total pitches so far for Hall. We'll have a pitch that's inside ball number 1 to the right fielder, Zeiler. So now it's a 1-0 count to Blaze, with 1 runner on being Ty Hanneborg. 1-0 lead for the Nationals, 1 down, top of the second inning. Espen Hall fires. Swing and a miss by Blaze Zeiler. Good off-speed from Espen Hall to get Zeiler swinging in something that was pretty far down in the dirt area. 1-1 the count now. Following Zeiler, Tyler Townsend, and Caden Johnson in the lineup for the Nationals. Hall now will look to deliver his 1-1. That one's going to bounce off of Blaze Zeiler. Hanneborg was running his way to first, or to second anyway, but Zeiler will now take his strolls to first after being hit by a pitch. And now that brings up Tyler Townsend to bat. Townsend actually, in his first senior action last season here against McCook. Had a double and a single, really got things going for his Legion ball career. Now here in his second stay on the road at the JC Sports Complex. Let's see what he can do against Espen Hall. He's got 2 runners on. Ty Hanneborg at second. Blaze Zeiler at first. Infield playing for a bunt at the moment. As the first pitch from Hall is inside. They're called for a strike, but a double steal in effect as the Nationals will successfully move each runner up 1 base pad. So now there's a runner at second still. That one's now going to be Blaze Zeiler as Ty Hanneborg advances to third. He's now just 90 feet away in scoring position. An 0-1 count, though, into Tyler Townsend, the left fielder today. As Espen Hall steps and fires. Nice bunt, but it's going to pop up and fall foul for strike number 2 to Tyler Townsend. Caden Johnson now making his stroll out to pick up the foul ball. He will then next be the batter due up after Tyler Townsend. Again, he unfortunately grounded out in his first plate appearance. Caden Johnson did. Here comes the 0-2. Way upstairs above the letters for ball number 1 to Tyler Townsend. Still runners in scoring position, second and third for the Nationals here in this top of the second inning. Early leading 1-0. That one turned on, but slicing towards foul territory, and it falls down for a foul ball. So we'll still stay at 1-2 the count to 1 Tyler Townsend. And Caden Johnson on deck with Jack Polk in the hole for the Nationals here. 1-2 the count. Hall fires. Tight inside. There's ball number 2 as Tyler Townsend almost felt like that one was going to squeak right into his chest. That's getting ready for yet again another pitch. Espen Hall. His 2-2. Turned on and sliced yet again down the foul side. So we'll still stay at a 2-2 count. Good battle between these two, Espen Hall and Tyler Townsend. 5 pitches so far between these two. 29 total pitches for Hall. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 3 to Tyler Townsend. Good bounce back from Townsend after being down 1-2. Has worked his way back to a full count, 3-2, and threatening to load the bases with 1 out here in this top of the second inning. Espen Hall fires. That one turned on, but foul down the first base side yet again. So we'll still stay at 3-2 the count. Good battle, and I love to see this from Tyler Townsend. Hasn't really seen much action this season, as probably I think coaches wanted. But if he can keep battling like he is right now and draw a walk, a great start to his day. Tyler Townsend. 3-2 the count. Here comes Hall's pitch. Popped up. Oh, good heavens. It's flying on over to Bryson Gillen. Uh-oh, might have some contact. It falls down for a base hit, and the throw home not in time as Ty Hanneborg scores. Miscommunication between Espen Hall and Bryson Gillen. And because of that, on over to second goes Tyler Townsend. Hall as well as Gillen were almost running into each other as they were trying to make the grab, and because of that, there's now a run on over at second and third. This time again, it's Tyler Townsend at second and Blaze Zeiler at third with Caden Johnson up to bat. Grounded out to Tristan Campbell in his first plate appearance. He'll fire Hall into one. Ooh. Caden Johnson, great glove by Gillen to make sure it does not fly away from him. 1-0 the count now. Top of the second inning. Nationals now lead 2-0, but still have 2 runners in scoring position. Hall gets a sign from Gillen that he likes. Will now wind it up and fire. Off speed, going to bounce off the rear end there of Caden Johnson. And with that, the bases are now loaded, and we're going to have some time being called as we're going to have a pitcher's talk to try and bring back in Espen Hall, who's really having himself a tough start to this game, and it really doesn't help this McCook squad. Again, currently down a couple of players at the moment, a much reduced roster, as a couple are away on, I believe on a Bible school trip. So out goes Brady Hines to have a talk with his pitcher and the infield, get him calmed back down, get him all worked back in, and now get ready to rock and roll. So the talk gets all finished up, and now here we go yet again. So now the scary part for this McCook squad is upon them, as here comes Jack Polk up to bat. Polk hit a solo home run into left field against Espen Hall in his last appearance. So it's quite a scary situation for McCook with the bases loaded and Nationals' scariest hitter up to bat. That pitch down low, below the knees for ball number 1. 1-0 the count now. Bases loaded, 1 out, top of the second inning, a 2-0 ball game. That's where we sit right now in favor of the Nationals. Another pitch outside from Hall. It's 2-0 the count. Nobody warming up in the bullpen for McCook. First baseman Quentin Terry is in the grass, expecting potentially a surprise bunt to come down. Here comes the 2-0 now. Make that 3-0 as that off speed very, very low below the knees. 3-0 to Jack Polk. As Espen Hall looking to find his first strike at this plate appearance against Jack Polk. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. And that's ball number 4 as it's just barely outside. And Jack Polk will take the stroll on over to first. And another run comes across for the Nationals as they lead now 3-0. And it looks like we might have some action in the bullpen for this McCook squad. As going out to warm up, Simon Garcia for McCook. 3-0 lead for the Nationals in this top of the second inning. First pitch into Greeno. In there, strike number 1 around the knees. 0-1. Greeno in his last plate appearance was hit in the shoulder and then stole a base in the top of the first inning. Now here in this top of the second, looking to drive some more runs across. Ooh, that one mighty close inside. Ball number 1. 1-1 the count now. Tyler Townsend at third. Caden Johnson at second with Jack Polk at first. A lot of come across for this National squad. As off that little hit to the infield from Landon Greeno, not 1 but 2 runs come across. It's now 5-0 the lead for the Nationals. Easton Jones now up to bat for FNBO. As a throw on over to third, not in time, as that's a successful double steal from this Nationals squad. Another good effort as they got the speed on the bags between from Polk, as well as Landon Greeno. And because of that, they successfully steal second and third and get back into scoring position. It's currently a 5-0 ball game in favor of the Nationals. 5 runs on 3 hits, no errors. No runs, no hits, no errors for McCook as well. So Easton Jones up to bat again, flew out in his first plate appearance against Espen Hall. And Simon Garcia is warming up in the bullpen for McCook. That one is going to be fouled off by Jones for strike number 1. Strike number 2 as it's an 0-2 count into Easton Jones. Still 1 out here in this top of the second inning. A 5-0 lead for this National squad. As Espen Hall gets the sign from Gillen and fires. Outside, ball number 1, and really pulling the catcher away from his position. 1-0. Between 1 and 2. Runners at second and third for the Nationals. The pitch. Outside once again. Good patience from Easton Jones. It's now 2-2 the count now. To the third baseman. As Hall trying to find that elusive second out here and stop the bleeding. The 2-2. Make that ball 3 as that off speed can't find the mark. 3-2 the count to Easton Jones. So the Nationals look to load the bases up yet again. Hall winds up. Here comes his 3-2 pitch. Oh, that one just barely finding the zone. Inside for strike number 3. Hall gets his second strikeout here today. This time against Easton Jones. And now with 2 down, here comes Dean McIntyre for the Nationals as he looks to score another couple runs. 2 runners on the base pads. Greeno at second, Polk at third. That fastball from Espen Hall outside. Ball number 1. Dean McIntyre grounded out in his first plate appearance in the top of the first inning and now comes back into action here. Looking to turn it around and get on base. Here comes the 1-0. Make that 2-0 as that one's way upstairs. 2-0 the count now. With 2 on, 2 out, top of the second inning. To the number 2 catcher. Well, he's the number 1 catcher, but positionally he's number 2 if you're going on a count chart. 2-0. As Espen Hall sets and fires. Another pitch outside. Ball 3 to McIntyre. 2 up after Dean McIntyre, Logan Hayes, and then Ty Hanneborg. With Simon Garcia warming up in the bullpen. 3-0 as Hall delivers. Swing and a miss. There's strike number 1 to Dean McIntyre. 3-1 now the count to the catcher. Still 2 runners on in scoring position at second and third for the Nationals. The pitch. That one rocketed into left field for a base hit. 1 run will score. They're bringing on home Landon Greeno. He's turning on the Jets, and that's an RBI, a 2-run RBI single from Dean McIntyre. And just like that, the lead continues to grow for the Nationals. 7-0 here in this top of the second inning. Talked about earlier today how the Nationals have really started to turn the Jets on offensively and been scoring upwards of 5 runs or more in their last couple plate appearances. Continue to do so here today against McCook, leading 7-0 in this top of the second inning. As Espen Hall trying to find that elusive last out. He has Logan Hayes now up to bat. There goes the runner. That one in sliding in Jackson Peters. It gets into center field. Jackson Peters with that speed is going to make his way on into third. Slow pitch from center field. Here comes Jackson Peters, making his way all the way from first base. A lackadaisical throw from center field brings Jackson Peters on home. Another run comes across for the Nationals on the courtesy run. Peters goes all the way home. And just like that, it's 8-0 in favor of the Nationals here in this top of the second inning. With Logan Hayes up to bat, 0-1 the count now to Logan Hayes. As Espen Hall fires. That pitch way outside. Ball number 1, 1-1 the count now to the shortstop, Logan Hayes. Nobody on now for this National squad. As Espen Hall delivers. Check swing, but that pitch way upstairs. Ball number 2 to Logan Hayes from Espen Hall. Hall up to 55 pitches here, 26 strikes, 29 balls. As here comes Hall's next pitch. Outside once again, there's ball number 3. It's 3-1 the count now. Simon Garcia has gotten done. It looks like warming up in the bullpen, so, that correction is a 2-2 the count. They finally got the scoreboard working. 3-1 with 2 down. As here come Espen Hall pitch. That one low, ball 4, and on over to first goes the side. of Logan Hayes, and that's going to do it for Espen Hall today as Simon Garcia now going to be trotting out, ending the day for Espen Hall, giving up 8 runs on 4 hits, a solo home run to start it off in the top of the first inning, and then 7 runs come across for the Nationals here in this top of the second. And it was going to be a tough day for McCook, which either way you put it. Again, a reduced roster here with a couple of their key players out at the moment, not present for today's game. So they only have 1 reserve batter. At the time it was Simon Garcia. Right now it's Espen Hall as he will go to the bench. So a tough position for McCook, and it's also still very tough that they have to go up against the Nationals team, which has just been absolutely having itself not only a day today, but having itself the last couple of weeks, again, winning 8 of their last 9 games, and some of them against some of the best teams that are not only in the surrounding area. Of course, as you remember, the Nationals went to Cheyenne, and as we all know, that Cheyenne tournament brings out some really good teams, and that's not even including Cheyenne. Nationals went 5-1, taking the crown in the Cheyenne tournament. Now looking to continue that after that trajectory onto their winning ways to continue this momentum into districts, which begin next week. Again, they got 5 games this week, so they've got quite a stretch of games to be played. And they got McCook today, Lexington tomorrow in Lexington, and then a 3-game tournament, well, I'd say 3-game tournament, but a tournament Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Kearney, which will also put together some really good teams. So the Nationals going to not only get some easy but tough opponents, but looking to continue this momentum that they have found at the start of this season. So Simon Garcia now done with his warm-up pitches, and he's ready to rock and roll. He'll be facing Ty Hanneborg. Logan Hayes is on over at first base for the Nationals after he drew the walk in his last plate appearance. Hanneborg 1-for-1, singled into center field in his first at-bat. Now going against the new pitcher, Simon Garcia, the right-hander. Logan Hayes on over at first base is a steal threat for the Nationals, and knowing Coach Ricky Holm, he'll look to run up. Still 2 outs here in this top of the second inning. There goes Logan Hayes. Great throw from Bryson Gillen, and it is in time as that'll end the inning. Great throw from Gillen, but still, the damage has been done as 7 runs come across this inning, and the Nationals now take a commanding lead here in this top of the second. Now moving to the bottom of the second, 8-0. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information for all sports seasons. For over 30 years in our community, for your next event, the DNN Event Center.
Exciting news! North Platte and surrounding communities, Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment has a new address. Find them at 220 West Leota Street, Suite 1, right beside Great Plains Urgent Care. Their professional staff is fully qualified to help you meet your needs. From wheelchairs to mobility scooters, lift chairs, and more, they have everything to make your home safe and comfortable. They've got you covered. Call Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment today at 308-568-8510. Let them help you regain your independence.
Welcome back here to the JC Sports Complex. Nationals leading commandingly 8-0. 8 runs on 4 hits. No errors for the Nationals. No runs, no hits, no errors for McCook, as Nationals so far cruising for a bruising right now with how they are playing. Absolutely having themselves a field day against McCook. Again, our happening breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McCann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McCann and the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. So now up to bat here for the first time today against Jack Polk. Miles Pullman, he'll go swinging and missing against the superstar pitcher Jack Polk for strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now. Polk shakes off a couple signs for McIntyre, finds the one he likes, and delivers. Fastball upstairs for ball number 1. Jack Polk so far only has thrown 11 total pitches on today's contest compared to Espen Hall, who threw upwards of 60. And at the 1-1, off speed is going to be chopped foul by Pullman for strike number 2. It's 1-2 the count now here in this bottom of the second inning. Nationals leading 8-0 over McCook. Following Pullman, Trey Tiller and Quentin Terry. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Jack Polk. Fastball is squared up and drifting towards first, but going to fall out of play. Excuse me, foul ball, 1-2 the count still as Landon Greeno tried to chase it down but couldn't get there in time. 1-2, nobody out, bottom of the second inning. Nationals leading 8-0. And Greeno gives the ball back to the first base umpire, and now things are ready to rock and roll. 1-2. Jack Polk likes what he sees. Lines on up and will deliver his 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed there. Strike out number 1 for Jack Polk. As down goes Miles Pullman for out number 1 as Trey Tiller comes up to bat for this McCook squad is trying to find some momentum here in this game, trailing 8-0. Bottom of the second inning, but they got quite a task up against Jack Polk. Swung on and fouled into the softball field for strike number 1 to Tiller. Following Tiller, Quentin Terry and then Noah Mashik in the hole for McCook. 0-1 count as Jack Polk sets and fires. Another fastball rocketed in for strike number 2. It's 0-2 the count now to Tiller. As Jack Polk looks locked and loaded here, this bottom of the second inning. Shakes off a sign, now gets the one he likes. Here comes his 0-2 pitch. Flat fastball way upstairs from Polk. It's 1-2 the count now. I think the aspect about Jack Polk that's just super, super elite is his ability to really shake off bad innings. I'll hold that thought as the 1-2. Changeup pulls on up into the sky as here comes yet again Tyler Townsend, and he gloves it for out number 2. That changeup got Tiller swinging a little early, and he pulls it for a pop fly, and out there is number 2. Now, we haven't seen it in quite a while, but Jack Polk has done a fantastic job this season of whenever he has had a bad inning, bouncing back and putting his best foot forward. We haven't really seen a snowball effect in terms of the scoring if Jack Polk gets a little off the rails. But I think that's the thing that's even crazier is he hasn't really gotten off the rails in terms of his pitching. Is that first ball is slowly grounded on over to Logan Hayes. Throw to first in time. That is a 1-2-3. Bottom of the second inning. The Nationals are just rolling at the moment. We're going to the top of the third inning. An 8-0 lead for the Nationals when we come back here to McCook on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to do what's right, even if it wasn't easy. I'd always hear my mother's voice say, "Do the right thing." That stuck with me. Every day, just do the right thing. That's it. The rest takes care of itself.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe in doing the right thing for our customers and our communities.
Find me, Brent Rogo, at 502 East Francis.
Where do you go for wings?
Dave's Place.
Where do you go for pizza?
Dave's Place.
What about cold drinks, a family atmosphere, and nightly specials?
Dave's Place.
Sounds like a sweep for Dave's Place. Pizza made from fresh dough, drink deals, and yes, the best pizza and wings.
It's Dave's Place.
Dave's Place on East 4th Street or at davesplacenp.com.
Order it, carry out, DoorDash. Dave's Place. Whoop, whoop.
Go back here to McCook. Nationals leading this game 8-0 over McCook M&B and the Senior Legion team. Still on the mound here, Simon Garcia again taking over for Espen Hall. Hall giving up 8 runs on 4 hits, no errors against this Nationals offense. No runs, no hits, no errors for McCook so far on their offensive and defensive side of things. Our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McCann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McCann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As up to bat now, Ty Hanneborg singled into center field in his last plate appearance. We'll see a ball in the strike zone from Simon Garcia for, again, strike number 1. Also, thank you to our sponsors here for today's game, Sand Hill State Bank, most committed brand of banking locations in North Platte, Ogallala, Grant, and many more. Another slow grounder that's going to get into center field. A 2-for-2 start today for Ty Hanneborg as he leads the Nationals off here in this top of the third and gets on with a hit. And now up to bat here for this National squad, Blaze Zeiler. Zeiler hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance now here against Simon Garcia for the first time today. Hanneborg, a steal threat on over at first for the Nationals. As Garcia likes the sign from Gillen and now looks to deliver his first pitch in. Whoa, way upstairs with that pitch. It's now 1-0 the count now. Again, wouldn't be shocked if we see Ty Hanneborg take off for second. Gillen has thrown out one batter today, that being Logan Hayes, to end the top of the second inning for the Nationals last time. Pickoff attempt will get Ty Hanneborg back. Still an 8-0 lead. Next pitch upstairs for ball number 2 from Simon Garcia. Zeiler now in a good position, 2-0 with one runner at first base. There goes Ty Hanneborg. Great jump. The throw from Gillen, not in time. As that one is on over. Another steal for the side of Ty Hanneborg at second. 2-1 the count now to Blaze Zeiler. Runner in scoring position being Tyler Hanneborg. The pitch. That one way behind Zeiler there. Ball number 3. It's 3-1 the count now. 3-1 with nobody out. One runner on, being Hanneborg in scoring position at second base. The 3-1. There goes Hanneborg again. The throw on over to third to win plenty of time, and they're going to say he's out. So the Nationals getting a little too aggressive on the base pads, and down goes Ty Hanneborg for out number 1. It's now up to bat. And still Blaze Zeiler, 3-2 count into the right fielder as Simon Garcia fires. That one skied and pulled into left field, getting underneath it. Gabe Roberts still going. Roberts gets there for out number 2, and just like that, the Nationals have 2 outs here in this top of the third inning following that pop fly from Blaze Zeiler. Just like that. Here comes Tyler Townsend up to bat. He singled up into center field in his last plate appearance for the Nationals. Later came around to score. Now facing off against Simon Garcia for the first time today as that pitch outside, ball number 1. Still an 8-0 lead for the Nationals after Townsend, Caden Johnson, and Jack Polk. Here comes the 1-0. In there, strike number 1. 1-1 the count now from Garcia to Townsend. 2 down here in this top of the third. Garcia fires way upstairs there. Ball number 2. 2-1 the count now. Still 2 down in this top of the third. Nationals with a comfortable 8-0 lead, though, at the moment. Here comes the 2-1. Swing. Big ol' swing and a miss from Tyler Townsend. Strike number 2. 2-2 the count now. Following Townsend, Caden Johnson, then Jack Polk. As Garcia gets the sign from Gillen and now will deliver his 2-2 pitch into Tyler Townsend. Swing and a miss. Down goes Townsend, and that's how this inning will come to an end. Nationals had some chances to bring some more runs across, but couldn't do it. We're now going to the bottom of the third inning right here at FM 98.1 and 1410 and video live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
prepares all students to be productive, responsible citizens in a safe, caring, supporting learning environment with caring staff, engaging curriculum, clean facilities, and updated technology. You can rely on our schools giving your child the tools they need for a successful future. For more information, including enrollment and career opportunities, visit nppsd.org. North Platte Public Schools. Communicate, connect, commit.
Are you ready to embark on an exciting new career? Larry's Glass has been a trusted name in custom glass design for over 40 years, and they are seeking a skilled glazier to join their team. If you have a passion for precision and craftsmanship, this is the perfect opportunity for you. Install glass in commercial, residential, and auto settings. Get paid while you train for a new career. Stop into Larry's Glass at 211 West 5th Street, North Platte, and discuss how you can be part of their team and build a fulfilling career.
Welcome back here to McCook National with a comfortable 8-0 lead. 8 runs on 4 hits. No errors for the Nationals. No runs, no hits, no errors for McCook. As up to bat, Noah Mashik for the McCook squad. Espen Hall on deck with Brody Graham in the hole. Actually, correction, it'll be Simon Garcia who's on deck. You can check out, of course, our half-inning break sponsor, Kevin McGann, the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As well as our other sponsors here for today's game, CT Computer Services, your IT guy since 2005. Jack Polk still on the mound. Will throw a fastball right down the middle there, strike number 1. He's only at 20 pitches so far. 16 strikes, 2 balls for Jack Polk as he's on a tear yet again. Now with his 0-1 count. Another fastball in there, strike number 2. It's 0-2 the count now to Noah Mashik. Polk locked and loaded yet again to start this inning. Now looking to find his second strikeout here today. Likes what he sees and he winds it up. Foul tipped off there by Noah Mashik for still a 0-2 count. Simon Garcia on deck for McCook as they trail 8-0. So we get ready to rock and roll yet again here. 0-2 the count to Mashik as Jack Polk delivers. Off speed, just below the knees in my opinion, but it's still in there for strike number 3. Down goes Mashik. Second strikeout here today for Jack Polk. And now up to bat, here comes Simon Garcia. Again, Garcia took over for Espen Hall in the second inning after Hall gave up 7 total runs. That first pitch from Jack Polk, lightning down the middle there, strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now. Surgical is the word I would use so far for Jack Polk in today's game. His next pitch, swing and a miss. Another fastball blown right past Garcia. 0-2 the count now. Polk looking for his third strikeout here today. He can get it here against Garcia. Might go right back to that fastball. As here comes the 0-2 pitch. That one slowly chopped on over. Easton Jones gloves it, barehands it on over to first. Oh my good heavens! What a play by Easton Jones. Money one-handed. Chucks it on over to first, and there is out number 2. Easton Jones getting a little fancy there on over at third base. And just like that, 2 are down in this inning. As here comes Brody Graham up to bat for McCook. Their last potential out here of this third inning. Is that off speed from Jack Polk just too far inside there. Ball number 1. Following Graham, Tristan Campbell and Bryson Gillen for McCook. 1 ball, no strikes. Jack Polk fires. Ooh, that fastball way in the dirt there. Ball 2 from Jack Polk. 2-0 the count now to Brody Graham. As here it comes. Another pitch, this time up above, ball 3 to Graham. Jack Polk looking down the barrel of his first walk today. 3-0 the count to Brody Graham as he steps and fires. That pitch below the knees, 4-pitch walk as Brody Graham makes his way to first. That's the first McCook batter on the base bags here today. First walk today for Jack Polk, and now up to bat comes Tristan Campbell. Campbell grounded out to Jack Polk in his first plate appearance today, all the way back in the bottom of the first inning. Now coming up for his second time today, Polk will take a glance on over at first. Again with Brody Graham on over at first. That one, big swing and a miss from Tristan Campbell. That pitch in the dirt from Jack Polk. So far, not his best consecutive couple of pitches Jack Polk has been, but got a strike out of that one. 0-1 the count with 2 down now, as Polk likes what he sees and delivers. That one swung up, popped up into the sky, and it's going to be falling out of the glove of Ty Hanneborg. A mistake by the Nationals, and a mistake by Ty Hanneborg. Lackadaisically making his way on over to what would have been an easy pop fly, letting it fall in for a base hit. First hit today, and just like that, there is another runner on for McCook. Bryson Gillian now up to bat, as McCook is starting to show some signs of life here in this bottom of the third inning. First hit today for this McCook squad, though trails still by 8. Gillen flew out to Tyler Townsend in his first plate appearance. That one going to be too high on the fastball for ball number 1 from Jack Polk. Still 2 down here in this inning. Bottom of the third for the Nationals, leading 8-0. As Jack Polk will glance on over at second and get ready with his 1-0 pitch. Another fastball down low. Ball 2 to Gillen. 2-0 with 2 down. Following Gillian, Gabe Roberts, Miles Pullman. 2-0 the count with 2 down here in this bottom of the third inning. Nationals lead 8-0. Jack Polk glances at second and will fire again. Good bounce back, because that's going to bounce off the face mask of the home plate umpires. That's fouled off by Gillian. 2-1 now. He took quite a battering off of that one, but he looks A-okay. That's some real muscle right there. 2-1 the count. 2 down here in this bottom of the third inning. Jack Polk looking to find the last out of this inning, not giving up a single run. Fastball outside just a bit. It's ball 3. 3-1 the count now to Gillian. Nationals on the verge of loading the bases right here if Polk can't find a way. Oh, that one too tight inside, and now out comes head coach Ricky Holm to have a talk with his squad as the bases are now loaded for Gabe Roberts to come up to bat. Not the best consecutive batters for Jack Polk here this year, as it's just going to be Coach Holm as well as McIntyre and Polk going to have a talk. Following Roberts, Miles Pullman, then Trey Tiller. Roberts grounded out to Logan Hayes in his last plate appearance for McCook. Now he's in the situation where the bases are loaded, but 2 outs here in this bottom of the third inning. 8-0 lead for the Nationals. 8 runs, 4 hits, no errors for FNBO. No runs on 1 hit, no errors for McCook. So here comes Gabe Roberts. Bases loaded for McCook as Jack Polk fires. And off speed, that's in the dirt for ball number 1. 38 now pitches for Jack Polk. 25 strikes and now 13 balls. 1-0 to Roberts. As Polk steps and fires. Fastball in the middle there. Strike number 1. 1-1 the count now. Bases loaded for McCook as Jack Polk likes the sign he's going to get from Dean McIntyre in his 1-1. That one right there. Strike number 2. Good pitch from Jack Polk. Got Roberts frozen up. 1-2 the count. Big pitch for this McCook squad with the bases loaded in this bottom of the third inning. Polk shakes off a couple signs. Now gets the one he likes. The 1-2. High upstairs. There's ball number 2. 2-2 the count now. Polk went back to that fastball. And now it's a 2-2 count. 2 down. It's bottom of the third inning. Polk steps in and fires. That one chopped foul So we'll still stay at 2-2 with 2 outs. Brody Graham at third, Tristan Campbell at second, and Bryson Gillian at first. For McCook, trailing 8-0. 2-2 count yet again. Here comes Jack Polk's payoff pitch. Grounded back up to Polk. Great glove. Throw to first is in time. A scoring threat that was very serious from McCook is put down here by the Nationals defense in Jack Polk. We're going to the top of the 4th inning. Still, it's an 8-0 lead for the FNBO Nationals. We come back here to McCook, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com.
Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to do what's right, even if it wasn't easy. I'd always hear my mother's voice say, "Do the right thing." That stuck with me. Every day, just do the right thing. That's it. The rest takes care of itself.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe in doing the right thing for our customers and our communities.
Ask me, Matthew Musselman, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Whether you're a weekend warrior, youth, or professional athlete, the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team has you covered. The team includes orthopedic surgeons, athletic trainers, and other healthcare specialists who spend their time at local high school and college sporting events, ensuring that athletes stay as injury-free as possible. In the event of an injury, the team remains committed to returning athletes to competition as quickly and safely as possible.
Contact the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team by calling 308-568-7456.
Welcome back here to McCook, an 8-0 lead for the FNBO Nationals in this top of the 4th inning. Our top of the 4th brought to you in part by Kevin McGann of the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group at his location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Also check out the other sponsors here for today's game. Premier Toyota. Premier Toyota just south of I-80 in North Platte offers you to come out and take a test drive here today of all their new, used, and pre-owned vehicles. Premier Toyota. Let's go places. Top of the 4th inning here following the ground out from Gabe Roberts to end last inning. That was probably the best chance McCook had scoring-wise all night. Loading the bases up, but couldn't get anything across. Here comes Caden Johnson. He's 0 for 1 today. Of course, grounded out to Tristan Campbell at second in his first plate appearance. Was hit by a pitch in his last one against Espen Hall. Now faces Simon Garcia for the first time here today. Garcia, 11 total pitches so far, has yet to give up a run now that he's come in to pitch for the side of McCook. Following Johnson, it's Jack Polk, and then Landon Greeno for the Nationals. Garcia gets the sign from Gillian and fires his first pitch in. Swung on and driven into center field for a leadoff base hit from Caden Johnson here in this top of the 4th inning. First pitch, first swing, and a big hit for the Nationals to get on. And now here comes the potential for a scoring opportunity. Caden Johnson, of course, got that speed, can steal on over to second. Jack Polk, as we know, has that power. Homered solo in his first plate appearance today against McCook. Now is Caden Johnson at first base as Simon Garcia gets set to go. He'll look to fire in his first pitch to Polk, and off-speed pitch just too tight inside for ball number 1. Johnson, a seasoned veteran for this Nationals squad. Don't see many base running errors from him. There's a pickoff attempt not thrown as Johnson gets back. Second time today then. Garcia has tried to pick somebody off and not thrown the ball. 1-0 the count now in this top of the 4th inning to Jack Polk as Garcia fires. Great jump from Caden Johnson. He slides in the second way before the pitch even gets there. Another stolen base pad for the Nationals here today. Runner in scoring position with Caden Johnson at second. Jack Polk just gets one into the outfield. Most certainly that'll score Johnson. 2-0 the count now to Jack Polk. As the pitch swung on and fouled off by Polk for strike number 1 on an off-speed. 2-1 the count now. Following Polk, Landon Greeno, then Easton Jones for the Nationals. 2-1, nobody out. The pitch. Ooh, off speed, just barely not in there. I feel for the McCook fans, that one just teetering on the edge of making it into the zone, but now it's a 3-1 count to Jack Polk. As Garcia glances at second, and now fires a 3-1 pitch. That's, in there, strike number 2. Kind of feels like a makeup call with that one. 3-2 the count now to Jack Polk. Looked way outside the plate. And now with nobody out, here comes a 3-2 pitch to the pitcher, Jack Polk. Way upstairs. Ball number 4, and just like that, Jack Polk's going to walk his way on over to first. And now 2 runners are on for Landon Greeno. Most certainly will think double steal attempt from the Nationals here with Polk and Johnson on the base paths. But also wouldn't put it past the Nationals if we see Landon Greeno try to apply the bunt. Most certainly we'll see Quentin Terry potentially on the grass. We don't see Terry on the grass. So McCook playing for a hit. There goes that bunt. Pull back. And the double steal is just all too easy for the Nationals. As they move Caden Johnson to third and Jack Polk to second. I mean, it was just effortlessly put down. As now it's a 1-0 count to Landon Greeno, who most certainly now gets the A-OK to go swinging. As Simon Garcia fires it in. In there, strike number 1. 1-1 the count. That one just on the bottom inside corner. 1-1 the count to the first baseman, Greeno. Nobody out here in this top of the 4th inning. As Garcia steps and fires. That one's high. Ball number 2. It's 2-1 the count now. Easton Jones on deck with Dean McIntyre in the hole for the Nationals. 2-1. Nobody out. 2 runners on. The pitch. Turned on. That's going to go into the gap in right center field. 1 run scores. And they're going to bring, actually, we're thinking about bringing Jack Polk home, but they won't. So 1 run comes across for the Nationals. Their 6th hit today. 9th run to come across, and Landon Greeno singles it into right. And then make his way on over to second on the throw. And now with that, Easton Jones up to bat with yet again more runners in scoring position for the Nationals. Polk at third, Greeno at second as he swings and misses on a pitch way outside. Ball number 1. Still nobody out here in this top of the 4th inning. A 9-0 lead for the Nationals. As Garcia glances at third and fires to Jones. Another swing and a miss there. It's 0-2 the count. Those pitches way down low for Easton Jones, and he goes swinging, trying to get some contact to bring more runs across. But not successful. It's now an 0-2 count from Simon Garcia to Easton Jones. He'll step off, Garcia does, and take a breather. So he'll stare down Gillian once again, and here comes his 0-2 pitch. That one low in the dirt. Ball number 1, 1-2. Following Jones, Dean McIntyre, then Logan Hayes for the Nationals. 1-2 now the count to Jones, the third baseman here for today. As the pitch from Garcia once again pulls Gillian away from the zone. It's 2-2, and now time's going to be called as Gillian's going to go out and have a talk with his pitcher, Simon Garcia. 26 total pitches for Garcia. 13 strikes, 13 balls for him today. A 9-0 lead for the Nationals. 9 runs on 6 hits. No errors for FNBO. No runs on 1 hit. No errors for McCook. 2-2 count to Jones. It's Garcia with a long glance at third. Delivers. That one fouled off by Easton Jones. He's lucky to get some contact on it. Still will stay at 2-2 the count now. 2-2, nobody out. 2 runners on. Nationals once again threatening to put more runs across here in this game. Already crested the run rule territory with a 9-0 lead. Here comes the 2-2 to Jones. Off speed is pulled, looped. It's making its way in the right field. Mashik gets there and drops it. It gets right past him. 1 run will come across. So Jack Polk will score following the error in the outfield by McCook. As Easton Jones will make his way on over to second base. As Noah Mashik makes a mistake in right field, and it's now 10-0 the lead for the Nationals here. Top of the fourth inning, nobody out, still 2 runners on. Landon Greeno at third base, Easton Jones at second. Dean McIntyre is now up to bat. He was 1 for 2 today, grounded out to Trey Tiller in his first plate appearance. Singled, though, into left field in his second, threatening to bring some more runners across in this game as now the conversation at home plate gets done and back underway here in this game. 10-0 lead, 10 runs on 6 hits, no errors for the Nationals. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error for McCook. As following Dean McIntyre, Logan Hayes, and then Ty Handeborg. Garcia still on the mound for McCook. We'll have a reserve pitcher warming up at the moment. McIntyre getting 1 for 2. Could potentially bring some more runs home for the Nationals. Garcia's pitch. Off speed is popped up straight to the heavens. Getting on underneath it, Quentin Terry, and he gloves it. Round number 1 as Dean McIntyre pop flies. First pitch he sees here against Simon Garcia. Here comes Logan Hayes. He struck out swinging in his first plate appearance, but walked in his second for the Nationals. Has still 2 runners on. Landon Greeno at third. And Easton Jones at second base is now we're going to have a courtesy runner checking in. I believe that's Jackson Peters for the Nationals. Actually, correction, that's Connor Stifler. Be courtesy running for FNBO. Again, Logan Hayes 0 for 1 today. Stifler at second now. Courtesy running for Easton Jones. And then Landon Greeno on over at third. Simon Garcia now looks to fire his first pitch into Logan Hayes as he sets and fires. Off speed outside mark, and there's ball number 1 to Logan Hayes. Top of the fourth inning. This National squad cruising to an easy victory, 10-0 at the moment. The 1-0. That one's below the knees there. Ball 2, 2-0 the count. Garcia's 31st pitch was just delivered. Now on his way for number 32. Here comes the 2-0 pitch from Garcia. That one's in there. Bounce back pitch, strike at the knees. 2-1 the count to the shortstop Logan Hayes. Following Hayes, Ty Handeborg and then Blaze Zeiler. Garcia glances at second. Here comes the 2-1. Oh, that gets away there from Gillian, but it bounces right back to him, so it's ball number 3, but lucky for McCook, because that one could have been disaster. Could have scored Landon Greeno from third, but it's 3-1 the count now to Logan Hayes, as Garcia delivers. Foul back to the netting from Logan Hayes. 3-2 the count with 1 out here in this top of the fourth. Garcia trying to find a strikeout to keep the runners at bay at second and third, and potentially not load the bases with a walk. 3-2 with 1 out, as Garcia will step off though and reevaluate. Still a 3-2 count. 1 out. Logan Hayes 0 for 1 today up to bat. Did walk in his last plate appearance. The pitch. Outside, ball 4, and that's the second back-to-back walk for Logan Hayes as he strolls to first, and now the bases are loaded for Ty Handeborg. 2 for 2 so far today for Ty Handeborg with 2 singles. Has the bases loaded with 1 out. The Nationals yet again threatening to score. Greeno at third. Stifler at second. Logan Hayes at first base. Garcia winds up to deliver his first pitch. That's outside. Ball number 1. 1-0 the count now. Simon Garcia will stare down Mr. Gillian and now deliver the 1-0. Make that 2-0 as that pitch once more, almost in the exact same spot, outside ball 2. 2-0 the count now with one down in this top of the fourth inning. Garcia, just a sign from Gillian he likes. Now will deliver his 2-0. Swing and a miss. That one's just barely foul tipped off by Ty Hanneborg. 2-1 with one out. This top of the fourth inning. Garcia likes what he sees. Here comes his 2-1 pitch to Ty Hanneborg. That one once more pulled, fouled by Hanneborg. Pitch almost in the dirt, so it's 2-2 the count to the second baseman. He's 2 for 2 today in terms of his hits. With the bases loaded, trying to get some more runs across for the Nationals. They do lead in a comfortable margin, 10-0. Simon Garcia searches for yet again another strikeout. 2-2 the count. Garcia fires. Way upstairs. Ball 3. 3-2 the count now. From Simon Garcia to Ty Hanneborg. Caden Johnson's warming up in the bullpen. For the Nationals. 3-2 with one out. As here comes Simon Garcia's payoff pitch. That one into center field. Yet again, another base hit. They're waving Connor Stifler home. The throw not going to be even made. And with that, the Nationals get 2 more runs across. A 2-run RBI single from Ty Hanneborg. Having himself a day 3 for 3 from Hanneborg. And that probably is going to do it here today for Simon Garcia. So yet again, another 2 runs come across. And the Nationals, with now runners at the corners, lead 12-0 as Garcia's day comes to an end. And now I'm looking to see who will be taking over on the mound. I believe it's going to be Quentin Terry who will be taking over for Garcia. 41 total pitches for Simon Garcia. And again, yet again, the funny stat keeps coming in against Jack Polk. Both Garcia and Espen Hall have thrown more pitches today than Jack Polk has done in his lone start today. I love those fun facts. As happened last time against Kearney, Jack Polk was able to blitz through Kearney. And at one point, the backup pitcher for Kearney had more pitches than Jack Polk. Same thing applies here today. So Simon Garcia now will stroll on over to first base as he'll take over for Quentin Terry. As Quentin Terry now will be the pitcher for McCook. They trail 12-0 here in this top of the fourth inning. Still only one out. Blaze Zeiler up to bat. Following Zeiler, Tyler Townsend, and Caden Johnson. Johnson was warming up in the bullpen for the Nationals. I might see him either at the end of this inning or the next inning. It's Nationals so far at the moment cruising. At the moment, very strong performance yet again from the hitting squad. 12 runs on 7 hits. No errors for the Nationals. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error for McCook. Logan Hayes at third. Ty Hanneborg at first. As up to bat now was going to be Blaze Zeiler, but it's actually going to be Gabe Moreno who will be taking over the hitting stats for Zeiler. As Quentin Terry up on the mound. Gabe Moreno now courtesy or pinch hitting for Blaze Zeiler. Moreno, senior here, getting some good action this season in his spot starts. Has Ty Hanneborg on over at first and Logan Hayes at third. Quentin Terry's first pitch in is there for strike number 1 to Moreno. 0-1 the count now. Again, still 1 out here in this top of the fourth inning. 12-0 lead for the Nationals. Still threatening to put more runs across. As Terry fires again. That one in the dirt. Gets away from Gillian. Here comes home Logan Hayes. He gets not in time as getting tagged out there. Logan Hayes, so Little bit of a bang-bang play at home plate. Hayes doesn't get there in time. Ty Hanneborg does make his way to second. So Logan Hayes gets tagged down going home, but moving on over to second goes Ty Hanneborg. So count into Gabe Moreno. 1-1 now. As Quentin Terry glances at second and now fires. Skied up into the air. Drifting on over to center field. Pullman trying to get under it. He does so. And that's how this inning comes to an end. Not before 4 runs come across for the Nationals. They lead 12-0 when we come back here. FM 98.1, AM 1410. And as always, video live streaming. NorthPlattePost.com.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the Dino Pay app. Dino Pay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair Dino Pay saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and for real shakes and smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Quick Stop.
Amy is trying the new BLT Junior wrap from Runza.
You will never guess all the good stuff they've got in here. They've got bacon.
Well, yeah, it's a BLT.
They've also got lettuce.
Yep, the L in BLT.
And even, you'll never guess.
Tomatoes? It's a BLT.
You're good.
So is the new BLT Junior wrap at Runza. Come see for yourself. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Back here to McCook with a commanding 12-0 lead. We're seeing some big defensive adjustments for the Nationals heading into this bottom of the 4th inning. Again, our bottom of the 4th brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group at his location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Alongside the other sponsors here for today's game, Sandhill State Bank, most committed brand in banking, locations in North Platte, Ogallala, Grant, and many more. So Jack Polk's on the mound, and that's almost basically about it in terms of the people that are consistent from the last inning. Is that first pitch into Miles Pullman is there, strike number 1. Connor Stifler's now at third with Easton Geisler at second. Cade Freeze is at first. Gabe Moreno is in right field, and then center and left field have stayed the same. Another fastball from Jack Polk there, strike number 2. Miles Pullman struck out swinging in his first plate appearance against Jack Polk, trending towards another strikeout here. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. 3 straight fastballs, 3 straight swings, and there's another strikeout for Jack Polk as here comes Trey Tiller. Sorry, got the sun there in my screen. Trey Tiller up to bat. Tiller flew out to Tyler Townsend in his first plate appearance against Jack Polk. Another beautiful fastball is fouled off for strike number 1. Again, after that inning last time, bottom of the 3rd, where McCook had 3 runners on the base pad. The bases were loaded. Jack Polk once again locked in. Love how well he bounces back from adversity after having a pretty rough inning. That one will get into right field for a base hit just out the glove reach of Easton Geisler. So Trey Tiller gets on the second hit today for McCook. And now it's Quentin Terry up to bat. He grounded out to Logan Hayes in his first plate appearance. Now once again versus Jack Polk. Following Quentin Terry, Noah Mashik, and then Simon Garcia for this McCook squad. Runner at first base being Trey Tiller, with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Polk fires. Fastball thrown over to first. Oh, almost there as ball number 1. Again, that's something Dean McIntyre has been getting better and better all season. His quick pitches to first base following a pitch, trying to keep the runner honest. It's a 1-0 count now to Quentin Terry, who is now taking over on the mound for McCook. Fouling that on over to the softball fields behind me for strike number 1. 1-1 the count now. Tiller on over at first. Simon Garcia in the hole. Noah Mashik on deck for McCook. Nationals can end this inning with a double play. Polk fires. That one slowly grounded on over to Logan Hayes. The throw to second. The throw to first. Not going to be in time. It's going to get away from one Cade Freeze, but not far enough to move Quentin Terry. So Terry reaches on a fielder's choice. As down goes Tiller. As Noah Mashik now is up to bat. Mashik with 2 outs here in this bottom of the fourth, looking to advance the runner Quentin Terry at first as Polk fires a fastball. Swung on, drifting on over to foul territory, and Dean McIntyre gets there. Oh, and gloves, they're going to say it's fouled off of the netting, though. And with that, strike number 1. Lucky for Mashik is McIntyre is able to glove it, but because it hit the netting here at McCook, they have a netting that's about, I'd say, 10 to 15 feet from the fence line to protect the balls from going out of play. That one just barely grazed it. So it's an 0-1 count now to Mashik. As next pitch from Polk, it's low below the knees there. Ball number 1, it's 1-1 the count now. Following Mashik, Simon Garcia, then Brody Graham for McCook, trailing 12-0 here in this bottom of the fourth inning. Jack Polk glances again at first and gets set with his 1-1 pitch. Fastball low again, ball 2. It's 2-1 the count now. Jack Polk with 2 down, trying to find that last out. Had a little bit of trouble when it was getting close to those 2 outs where he got the bases loaded before he was able to get the final out. As Polk with his 2-1, swung on, grounded, gloved up by Connor Stifler, sets, fires to first, not in time, it's going to bounce away. So with that, Terry's going to make his way on over to third. So Noah Mashik, oh, there's nobody covering home, and they're going to say he's safe, so 1 run comes across. Nationals lackadaisical on defensive side as a run finally comes across for this squad, this McCook squad, as out comes Coach Ricky Holm. 12-1 the lead now, and I think they're going to call in maybe Caden Johnson, or they're just going to go out and have a talk. So up to bat now, Simon Garcia, grounded out in his first plate appearance. Again, a little bit of some teething pains for the Nationals here at the moment, just because they have so many new people out on the defensive side. Connor Stifler at third, Logan Hayes still at short, Easton Geisler at second, Cade Freeze on over at first, and Gabe Moreno in right field. So the only people returning from last inning, Polk, Logan Hayes, Caden Johnson in center, and then Tyler Townsend in left field. Now here comes Simon Garcia up to bat. McCook got their first run across just a second ago. They trail 12-1 in this bottom of the fourth inning as Polk's first pitch. Gonna lead a little grounder on over to Logan Hayes. He'll glove it and throw it to first in time, and that's how this inning will come to an end. Not before 1 run did come across for McCook. They now trail 12-1 as we go to the top of the 5th inning. We come back here to McCook, FM 98.1 AM 1410, and video live streaming at NorthPlattePost.com.
Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to do what's right, even if it wasn't easy. I'd always hear my mother's voice say, "Do the right thing." That stuck with me. Every day, just do the right thing. That's it. The rest takes care of itself.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe in doing the right thing for our customers and our communities.
See me, Pete Volz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
Bill Summers knows summer storms and hail can wreak havoc on your vehicle. Experience damage? Don't wait. Bill Summers is ready to assist you with all your questions about gap insurance, what to do next, and can guide you through the process if your car is totaled. You don't always have to wait for your insurance check to get back on the road. Bill Summers offers immediate purchase options so you can drive away today and enjoy the ride. Weather the storm with confidence. Call or visit Bill Summers in North Platte today, or go online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
Welcome back here to McCook. Nationals leading 12-1 over McCook as Andrew Brocious making his way over to third base, and on over to first goes Ty Robinson. So, of course, Coach Ricky Holm giving up some of those base running duties here today. Love to see him giving some of the younger guys who are here as kind of assistants to not only give their time back to the sport, but also to learn some more action time. As still on the mound, Quentin Terry for McCook, and our happening breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann of the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann of the Fortifying Group. Its location 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Tyler Townsend is up to bat now for the Nationals, with on deck being, I believe, Cade Freeze for FNBO. Terry, so far 3 total pitches, will be facing off against Townsend. He's 1 for 2 today. Tyler Townsend is, as Quentin Terry's first pitch in. Swung on, and it gets on over to the shortstop, Brody Graham, but Graham can't hold it. And with that, on to first base with his second hit today, Tyler Townsend. Nationals starting off with a hot and heavy order here, so taking over for Caden Johnson.
Number 16, Tommy Haggart.
As it's actually Tommy Haggart taking over. That's what I should have thought. 16 there. Tommy Haggart taking over for Caden Johnson, the leadoff position. Tyler Townsend at first. That pitch from Quentin Terry is down low in the dirt. Ball number 1. Also, thank you to our sponsors here today, Sand Hill State Bank. Most committed brand of banking with locations in North Platte, Ogallala, Grant, and many more. Head to sandhillstate.com for a full list of services and locations. 1-0 is upstairs for ball 2 to Haggart. Fun to see the young guys get some action. Again, the junior team not playing until this weekend when they have a tournament as well. So 2-0 the count now to Tommy Haggart as Quentin Terry fires. Another fastball outside, ball 3 to Haggart. On deck being Jackson Peters. The Nationals. Terry, with a 3-0 count, fires to Haggart. It's in there finally for strike number 1. 3-1 the count now to Tommy Haggart. Warming up in the bullpen for the Nationals is Easton Geisler. That one rocked it on over to Graham. On to second, on to first. Won't be in time, so it's going to get away from the first baseman, but couldn't pull the double play of force out on over of Tyler Townsend at second. As Townsend gets forced out. So with that, Tommy Haggart now on over at first with the fielder's choice, as Jackson Peters now takes on the mantles. Again, Jackson Peters pinch ran earlier today and made it all the way home on a steal. You don't see that every day. He stole second. The ball got into center field, so then he made his way to third. But the throw from center to short was so lackadaisical that Peters then just ran home and scored. First pitch into Jackson Peters is swung on and fouled off for strike number 1. The young Peters, again, hasn't really gotten much hitting time this year at the senior level for the Nationals. Been more of a utility pinch runner situation. Kind of the thing, same thing you saw Ty Handelborg do a couple of years ago, where he was more of a pinch runner than a pinch hitter, as that pitch from Terry's above the helmet for ball number 1. But Peters now getting some swinging action. Really good defensively as well with some speed, but trying to evolve that hitting as he fouls that one off. Right back to where I am. For the second time, it's 1-2 the count now. From Quentin Terry to Jackson Peters. He's at least getting some good contact on it. Just a bit late on his swings, though. 1-2 with 1 out. Haggart on over at first. Quentin Terry sets and fires. That pitch down low in the dirt. There's ball 2. It's 2-2 the count now to Jackson Peters. Again, Easton Geisler warming up in the bullpen for the Nationals, probably in relief for Jack Polk. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and once again fouled right back to me. You know, Jackson Peters got something against me today as he keeps fouling baseballs all over to me. as 2-2 the count with one out. Here in this top of the fifth inning, a 12-1 lead for the Nationals. Trending towards a victory here against McCook. As Quentin Terry now on his 14th pitch. Glances at Haggard and fires. Fouled off once again by Jackson Peters. Good battle from the young Peters. And Quentin Terry. Haggard still on over at first. Following Haggard, Cade Freeze on deck for this National squad. As Quentin Terry likes what he sees from Gillian. With a 2-2 count, fires to Jackson Peters. That one, lofted into left field for a base hit. Jackson Peters collects his first hit today. After a big battle between him and Quentin Terry, it comes out on top for Jackson Peters. The young Peters picks up his first hit today. And now two speedsters on the base pads for the Nationals. Haggard at second, Jackson Peters at first, and here's Cade Freeze up to bat. Subbing in for Landon Greeno, following Cade Freeze. Trying to take a gander there at who's on deck. The first pitch into Freeze. Swung on, popped up, and it's going to go into the softball field for a foul ball. It's Connor Stifler will be the man up next for the Nationals. Haggard again at second. Jackson Peters at first. See if the Nationals will attempt to steal. I doubt it. 0-1 pitch to Freeze. Fastball tight inside. Ball one. It's 1-1 the count now to Cade Freeze. It's Connor Stifler taking some practice swings. That's fouled off by Freeze for strike two. It's 1-2 the count now. As Quentin Terry looks for the second out of this inning, as he'll take a deep breath and fire the 1-2. That one way behind Cade Freeze. Ball two, it's 2-2 the count now to Freeze. Pinch hitting for Landon Greeno. Two runners on, one out here, top of the fifth. Terry steps and fires. That's outside, ball three. So it's now a 3-2 count to Cade Freeze, and we potentially could see the bases loaded here for Connor Stifler up next. 3-2 from Quentin Terry. Here it comes. There goes the runner. That one slowly grounded on over to the third baseman. Out of the glove of Tiller. The throw home. So with that tie, oh no. Tommy Haggard gets caught in some trouble. So after getting on over to first with the single there from Cade Freeze, Tommy Haggard gets a little caught up as he was thinking about going home, and because of that gets tagged out at third base. So with that, there's two down here in this inning, and now Jackson Peters is at second with Cade Freeze at first as Connor Stifler now comes up to bat. Two down in the top of the fifth inning. Nationals still leading 12-1. He swings on one, lofts it on over underneath it. Brody Graham, he gets there, and that's how this inning comes to an end. The Nationals had some scoring threats with the Young Guns, but couldn't get anything across. We now go to the potential final inning of play here today, as Easton Geisler will be taking over on the mound when we come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com.
With Sandhill State Bank's new upgraded cart management experience, you can now control your carts anytime, anywhere. The new features and added control allow you to prevent fraud like never before. Get increased transaction details, turn your cart on and off whenever you'd like, and report your card lost in an instant, all from our mobile app. More insights, more control, and more security for your banking experience. Bank local and go far with digital banking solutions that go wherever you go. Visit sandhillstate.com to learn more. Sandhill State Bank, member FDIC.
The North Platte Public Schools prepares all students to be productive, responsible citizens in a safe, caring, supporting learning environment with caring staff, engaging curriculum, clean facilities, and updated technology. You can rely on our schools giving your child the tools they need for a successful future. For more information, including enrollment and career opportunities, visit nppsd.org. North Platte Public Schools. Communicate, connect, commit.
Welcome back here to McCook. Nationals lead this game pretty comfortably, 12-1, as Jackson Peters makes his way out to center field as Easton Geisler is on the mound for the Nationals here. Dean McIntyre behind home plate still for this squad. So Connor Stifler makes his way out to first, taking over for Caden Johnson. I believe Tommy Haggart is on over at short, or it might be still Logan Hayes. I'm trying to see a number, but so far the Nationals today have gone, actually it's Caden Johnson who's on over at shortstop for this Nationals team, as I believe also he might be playing second. No, he's playing short, so still the only people that have started today's game that are here is going to be Caden Johnson on over at shortstop, Cade Freeze at first, Logan Hayes at second, and then Connor Stifler at third. Up to bat now here for McCook in their potential last inning of play. Brody Graham, he walked in his first plate appearance against Jack Polk, now facing Easton Geisler, as Geisler's first pitch is just above the letters there. Ball number 1 to Graham. 12-1 lead for the Nationals here in this bottom of the fifth inning, last inning of play potentially if McCook can get some runs across. That pitch at the knees there, strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now to Brody Graham. Due up next is going to be Tristan Campbell with Bryson Gillen in the hole for McCook. 1-1 now as Geisler will get ready with a nice new fancy beard on his face, firing. Ooh, off speed just outside there. Ball 2. It's 2-1 the count now. Polk had a great day today, only giving up 1 run on 2 hits in his appearance. As Geisler fires his 2-1. Tight inside yet again with the fastball. It's 3-1 the count now. Caden Johnson was warming up as well a couple innings prior to Geisler, so if Easton Geisler can't get things going, Caden Johnson can take over. 3-1. And that's tight inside again there. Ball 4, and on over to first goes Brody Graham. So he draws the walk, and now here comes Tristan Campbell. Singled in his last plate appearance and rounded out in his first. Fix my defensive adjustments. Again, Tristan Campbell up to bat. Brody Graham at first. That one's in the air. It gets away, and with that, Graham's going to make his way on over to second as Dean McIntyre couldn't find the ball. So a runner in scoring position for McCook. Brody Graham at second. Bryson Gillen on deck with Gabe Roberts in the hole. Tristan Campbell on up to bat. A 1-0 count as Geisler fires. Swing and a miss. Campbell takes a big hack. Can't find it. 1-1 now the count. Geisler yet just like some of the other North Platte pitchers down the rotation, getting some action here as they prepare for district play. The 1-1. Off speed in there. Beautiful pitch from Easton Geisler. 1-2 now the count. So he's starting to heat on up in this game. Nationals looking for their first out in this bottom of the fifth. Here comes Easton Geisler's 1-2 pitch. That one going to be swatted on over. And the throw to first. It's going to be out, and they're going to say that's going to be out number 1. A lot of people were calling for a hit by pitch or a foul, but down goes Tristan Campbell on the ground out. And now Bryson Gillian comes up to bat. Gillian today 0 for 1, flew out in his first plate appearance and walked in his second as a runner in scoring position. Brody Graham at third as Geisler's pitch tight inside. Ball number 1. Following Gillian, Gabe Roberts, then Miles Pullman for McCook. Geisler with a 1-0 count and 1 down, steps and fires. That one grounded, going to be picked up foul by Connor Stifler, and there's strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. As Gillian going to take a stroll on back to home plate. 1-1 the count now with 1 out. 12-1 lead for the Nationals here today. 1-1, 1 out. Geisler gets the sign in from Dean McIntyre that he likes. Glancing at third is Geisler and fires the 1-1. Tight inside on another pitch, that time a little too high up. 2-1 the count now. Brody Graham still in scoring position on over at third base. 2-1, 1 out. The pitch from Geisler. Whoa, that off speed, way off the mark. 3-1 now. It's way behind Bryson Gillian. 3-1, 1 out. Geisler looking to find the second out of this inning and avoid a walk. Here's a 3-1. Good bounce back, foul into the glove there of Dean McIntyre. 3-2. Now the count to the catcher, Gillian. 12-1 lead for the Nationals. 3-2. And time's going to be called as Gillian takes a step out of the box to take a breather and refocus in. 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. That one's down low below the knees. Ball 4, and on over to first goes Gillian with the walk. So now with that up comes Gabe Roberts. He's grounded out in his 2 plate appearances so far today. Once again trying to bring a run home as Brody Graham at first base. Bryson Gillian on over at, Graham at third, Gillian at first. 12-1 lead for the Nationals. As here comes Easton Geisler. Will take a breather and fire his pitch in. It's there, strike number 1. Good pitch from Easton. Geisler up to 11 pitches, 6 strikes, 5 balls here in this lone half inning of appearance so far. And potentially the end of the game here. Here comes the 0-1 from Easton Geisler. That one swung on, throw on over to second. Beautiful throw from Dean McIntyre. There's out number 2, and you'll love to see it from McIntyre, showing off the arm today. Down goes Gillian. And with that, there are 2 outs here in this bottom of the 5th inning. An 0-2 count to Roberts. The game could be over with this next pitch here from Easton Geisler. The 0-2. That one grounded back on over to the pitcher. Geisler gloves it. Throw to first in time, and that's how this game comes to an end. Nationals in dominating fashion take down a shorthanded McCook squad 12-1 to advance now to 23-16 on the year. McCook now falls to 19-17 overall, and I'm telling you, it's been a fantastic game today from the Nationals as they just put them up and put them down, took care of business, something they couldn't do earlier in the season against this McCook squad. But head coach Ricky Holm probably happy to see how his squad fared here today against McCook, where they just absolutely dominated this McCook squad from the get-go, putting up 8 runs through the first 2 innings, and then from that point on, just really had no, what's the word that I'm trying to find here? No resistance from that point on, and because of that, Nationals pick up the victory here against McCook, and now advance on to another game tomorrow against Lexington again. Now on the year for this North Platte squad, 23-16. We're going to step aside and we're going to take a break. We come back, quick stop post-game show right here at FM 98.1 AM 1410. And of course, as always, video live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com.
With summer just around the corner, Mid-Plains Community College can help you get a jump start on your college degree. Our summer courses may allow you an opportunity to transfer credits back to your institution, saving you money while helping you earn your degree faster. Visit our website at mpcc.edu to learn more about our summer offerings and begin transforming your future today. That's mpcc.edu.
Buying a car? It's not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. 23 years. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by your lot at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. Come see us. Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information for all sports seasons. For over 30 years in our community, for your next event, the DNN Event Center.
Exciting news! North Platte and surrounding communities, Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment has a new address. Find them at 220 West Leota Street, Suite 1, right beside Great Plains Urgent Care. Their professional staff is fully qualified to help you meet your needs. From wheelchairs to mobility scooters, lift chairs, and more, they have everything to make your home safe and comfortable. They've got you covered. Call Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment today at 308-568-8510. Let them help you regain your independence. Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe and a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
Find me, Brent Rogo, at 502 East Francis.
Great Plains Health Orthopedics in North Platte is ready to serve you with board-certified orthopedic surgeons and a team of medical professionals who specialize in hip, knee, and shoulder joint replacements and revisions, minor to complex hand injuries, sports medicine for both the serious athlete and the weekend warrior, new and innovative operative and non-operative procedures, and work-related injuries. Same-week appointments are available. Call Great Plains Health Orthopedics today.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
Welcome back here to McCook. It was a dominating game victory for the FNBO Nationals. They pick up the 12-1 win. 12 runs on 11 hits, no errors for this. Excuse me, 1 error for this National squad. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for McCook. Nationals now 9 out of 10 victories here in their last 10 games on an absolute tear offensively as I have him making his way on over here. Smiles on his face. You know, you love to see a good head coach, Ricky Holmes, smile. A pretty dominant victory, but something that probably should have been expected with how limited the roster was for McCook here today. But we've seen that this national squad over the years has had some troubles with these types of easy games, letting them slip away. It happened earlier this season against McCook, but came away dominating fashion, 12-1, and I think all facets looks pretty good overall.
Yeah, I mean, anytime Jack Polk goes out there, like I've said before, it's kind of just a calming influence on the hitters and the defense because they know that he's going to go out and be pitch efficient. I think coming into today, he had 5 walks and he had 2 today, so he you know, almost halfway his walks today, but still overall ended up with, I think, 58 pitches in 4 innings. Not as pitch efficient as he has been, but still pretty dang good. And just set the tone there. That second inning, we had a big inning, took advantage of some errors and some free bases, and just, you know, kind of played the brand of baseball that we like to play. Knew that after splitting with these guys early in the year that couldn't take them lightly. Doesn't matter how many guys they had here, so we kind of came out with a purpose of kind of sending a message and getting some get back from the last time they beat us.
And that message was sent very clearly, and that message has been sent for quite a while now. Again, winners of your last 9 games, 9 out of 10 in that strand. I mean, I'm telling you, ever since that Hastings game where you guys had a really serious conversation, this team is really certain to finally get to the things you've been looking for and have been really, I want to say, peaking at the right time because there's still plenty of baseball left to go, but have been ramping up better and better every single week, and it's not just from the people you expect them to really start getting it in. There's a lot of new names out there. You talked about Ty Haneborg as well as Landon Greeno bringing their batting averages up. Saw Connor Stifler, Logan Hayes get some hits today and some good defensive action. So really everybody who will probably see some action is starting to ramp things up as districts approaches next week.
Yeah, I mean, you look back a couple weeks, started off with Shattern and then 2 at GI and then to lose 4 straight at the battle or the CWS tournament. So 7-game losing streak. I'm pretty sure as a player or a coach, I've never been a part of one of those. So, and it was frustrating because within that 7-game win streak, there was definitely some games that we were, you know, in close with really good teams, but just couldn't come out on the right end. And then kind of going into Cheyenne there and played some good baseball. And the two teams that we played on Sunday had a combined record of 35-2 going in. Down 5 in the championship and come back and get 5 and then beat them in extra innings after we had lost to them earlier in the tournament. We've won 9 of our last 10. I'm telling the guys that, we're starting to play the way that we envisioned kind of earlier in the year, but also know that we're our own worst enemies. And the moment we start reading those figurative or literal, newspaper clippings and starting to feel ourselves, that's when we usually don't play our best baseball. So just understanding as we move forward here with Lex tomorrow and then this weekend, we're going to be playing quality opponents all weekend. So just got to keep making our best foot forward and building some momentum as we go into districts next weekend.
Yeah, yep, and you saw, a little bit of that focus kind of drift away at some point, and it's tough when you're up so big to always stay focused all the time. A little Ty Hanneborg mistake out at second, a couple of, I wouldn't say clean throw out, one run, and of course, probably the lone run you didn't want to came across because nobody was covering home plate. So a couple of small little mental errors. How do you try to keep a team engaged? McCook at the moment, as we see right now, just isn't what it is, that you've seen earlier this season. Same thing with Lex, record-wise, they're not the strongest. So how do you make sure that you keep this team, focused in, even during these pretty softball games that, again, everybody will come in expecting to win?
Well, as a coach now, I think it's a little easier for me to get focused from them because we've proved throughout the course of the year that we can lose to anybody. So it's a little easier when you know that if we don't take anybody serious, it doesn't matter who we're playing. But then also to have that confidence knowing that if you come in and you're locked in, that we could compete with anybody or we can beat anybody. We've shown that this year. Obviously there's some teams that may be more physical than us or may have, guys that throw harder. But if we play our brand of baseball and, mistake-free and hitting the fastball, pounding the zone and taking those free bases, I like our chances against anybody. These games here, today and tomorrow, more so, obviously you want to get your starters in there and get them a couple at bats, but then also those are the good games that if we can be afforded it, to get some of those younger guys in, whether they're going to be getting called up for districts this year or high school next year, varsity next year, seniors next year. So the sooner you can kind of get their feet wet in those situations, the better for anybody involved. So just going to look forward to tomorrow, hopefully coming out and putting one on Lex early and then being able to get some guys in.
And you brought up a good point there of getting the young guys some action. A lot of these guys kind of are more situational. Of course, we've talked off air plenty of times how you want to probably see more people get action. Of course, Jackson Peters, one of those guys that normally just seen as a pinch runner. You've always talked about how you wanted to see him maybe improve as a hitter. Got a hit today. Tommy Haggard gets some action here today, and Connor Stifler as well. So a lot of these guys that we have seen throughout this season, but finally starting to see some more action here. 2 of them came away with some big hits. Take me through how important it is to see guys like that who have struggled when it comes to hitting the baseball at the start of the season now start to feel more comfortable towards the end.
Yeah, biggest thing with Jackson Peters, I think other than Joni, he's probably our best defensive outfielder in the program right now as a freshman. So I've been pretty lucky to go from Jalen Ruffin to Caden Jonason, and then Peters will end up taking his spot in center. So his biggest thing, we love the way he runs the bases. We love the way he plays defense. His biggest thing is making sure when he's hitting that he gets the ball on the ground and using his tools. He's hitting 380 for juniors, so I don't know how much more he has left to prove there. Now it's just kind of getting his feet wet in these situations, and hopefully that set him up for the best chance of success. Good to see Tommy Haggard. He's had a good year. He's grinded for juniors, being pretty much the only catcher catching the majority of the innings. So his 300 batting average is a little impressive than more 300 batting averages, just knowing what he's had to go through physically through the year. And then Connor Stifler was a guy who played varsity all year this last season as a true freshman for the high school and started on seniors this year. And, part just kind of him struggling early on, and then also Logan Hayes kind of taking the bull by the horns and hasn't really given it back. So it's not necessarily one thing that they've done negative, and more so just the guys around him that have been playing well. But just excited for what the future holds. I know we got 2 Legion babies with Blaze and Tyrod, but really only 1 senior with Jack here. So any of these games experience that you can get these younger guys in is just going to help us as we move forward.
Again, talk about got Lex tomorrow, and then a plethora of games over this weekend for the Kearney tournament. Take me through some of the smaller things you want this team to focus on, specifically tomorrow and in these next couple of days to get you guys prepared for almost a whole week off before you start districts next Friday.
Yeah, we know. Tomorrow we're going to have Dean McIntyre start. Have him just go up there and throw some fastballs and see what they could do with it. He had a pretty good outing in Cheyenne through a 5-hit shutout with 5 Ks and no walks. So hoping he can kind of replicate some of that. And then this weekend, I mean, we're going to play good teams. I mean, we have North Star on Friday, who we battled against. Jack had 11 Ks against them in the Elkhorn North tournament. And then we're going to have Lincoln Northeast and Millard South, who's usually a state contender, whether it be Legion or high school. So we're going to have our work cut out for us. All the other teams, we got, potentially could play a GI or a Hastings on Sunday, depending on how the bracket shakes out. So just knowing that, this is going to be the last chance that we have to kind of sharpen all of our tools before districts, and hopefully take a little momentum as we get into Scottsbluff next week.
Perfect, Coach. Well, thank you so much. Dominant victory. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
With Sandhill State Bank's new upgraded cart management experience, you can now control your carts anytime, anywhere. The new features and added control allow you to prevent fraud like never before. Get increased transaction details, turn your cart on and off whenever you like, and report your card lost in an instant, all from our mobile app. More insights, more control, and more security for your banking experience. Bank local and go far with digital banking solutions that go wherever you go. Visit sandhillstate.com to learn more. Sandhill State Bank, member FDIC.
With summer just around the corner, Mid-Plains Community College can help you get a jump start on your college degree. Our summer courses may allow you an opportunity to transfer credits back to your institution, saving you money while helping you earn your degree faster. Visit our website at mpcc.edu to learn more about our summer offerings and begin transforming your future today. That's mpcc.edu.
Exciting news! North Platte and surrounding communities, Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment has a new address. Find them at 220 West Leota Street, Suite 1, right beside Great Plains Urgent Care. Their professional staff is fully qualified to help you meet your needs. From wheelchairs to mobility scooters, lift chairs, and more, they have everything to make your home safe and comfortable. They've got you covered. Call Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment today at 308-568-8510. Let them help you regain your independence.
The game's in the books. Time for the post-game show on FM 98.1 and online at northplattpost.com.
Welcome back here. McCook Nationals with an easy 12-1 victory over McCook M&B, American Legion senior team. Pretty dominating fashion, 12 runs on 11 hits, no errors for the Nationals. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for McCook overall. I mean, the Nationals just took care of business. You also got to take it with a grain of salt. This McCook team a little more shorthanded than they have been the previous games. The Nationals have seen McCook, and a couple of them, some of the players you see normally for McCook away on a trip. So a little bit shorthanded, but the Nationals took care of business, winning this one again, 12-1. They'll be back in action tomorrow at 7:30 in Lexington. Dean McIntyre will be on the mound for the Nationals, trying to come away with yet again another smooth sailing victory. That'll, of course, be right here on FM 98.1 and AM 1410. As always, video live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com. Well, our Ameriprise Financial Money player of the game is going to go to Ty Hanneborg. He had 3 singles today, as well as, I believe, 3 RBIs to go with it. So Ty Hanneborg with a fantastic day today. Talked with Coach a little off the air a couple of days ago, before the Broken Bow game, talking about how Ty Hanneborg had worked his average back up to around 300. It continues to surge as we make our way towards the, of course, district play coming up next week. He's our Ameriprise Financial Money player of the game. When money matters, talk to Marshall Doty, Mark Tillman, and Jacob White, financial advisors with CIO Wealth Strategies, with Ameriprise Financial Incorporated, a subsidiary of CIO Wealth Strategies. Well, that'll do it here for us. I'm going to see you all, of course, tomorrow when the FNBO Nationals take on Lexington. Of course, that game will be here live on FM 98.1, AM 1410. You know, as always, video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Proceeding was a North Platte Post special presentation. FNBO Baseball on FM 98.1 and AM 1410. Brought to you by the Shelter Insurance Boys, Pete Voles, Brett Rogo, and Matthew Musselman.